Hi everyone, and welcome to our 17th due date, which means that this is the end of module number 2. So I want you guys to congratulate yourselves knowing that today is the day that you're submitting your final projects, and we're moving into the last portion of our class, which is the final portfolio, which I know we've been preparing for throughout this course. There'll be more on that coming up in next week's videos. But for today, I just wanted to show you how to submit your final projects and what this discussion and reflection assignment is. It's the second part of the due date. So let's get to it. So the first part is here you're going to submit your final project to this assignment folder on D2L. And you can upload the document either as a project file or a link, depending on the type of poster that you created. So what you probably want to do is, if you've made an infographic in something like Pictochart, make sure to save it as a PDF and submit that rather than your workspace in Pictochart. If you've made a video or an animation, make sure that everything is ready to go and published and has a URL that works. So those are my two suggestions with that. So that's the first thing, and then pat yourself on the back for finishing that. And then the second part of the assignment is to archive and reflect. So very similarly to what we did last time, you're going to be kind of thinking about what you learned in this unit and how you could transfer it to future composing scenarios. That's going to help with that link between what we did now in this assignment and what you might do in your professional life or your personal life or even your civic life. So what I want you to do first is to review the learning objectives, what we call student learning objectives here. These are the ones that corresponded to the assignment that we did. And I want you to think about which ones resonated most with you and how you would think about reflecting on that in your portfolios. So you can click on all of those. They all will link out to the description and the student's guide. And then group mates are same as last time. You are either grouped in 3 or 4 people. So what I'm asking is for one of you to make a copy of this document, add it to our large Project 2 file, and title it this way so I can find it. This document, if you click on it, it will link to this, which is the reflection prompt. And so what this is just a place where you can all jot down some notes, think about what you've learned, and how you would write about it in your portfolio essay. And so what I'm really looking for is, with the project, the process, and the learning, and the experience. So these questions are: what are you most proud of in this project? What do you wish you'd had time to do more of if you could? How might you improve this project even more if you had the opportunity? With process, it's more like, what steps did you take? What kind of revisions did you make? How did you think about those revisions and what prompted them? If there were certain peers that really helped you in the peer review process, mention them, celebrate them too. And it's always helpful for me to know, whose peer reviews are really helping you guys, improve your projects. Where did you get stuck? How did you overcome this? And what 3 pieces of course-related work, anything that we did that was most helpful in developing this project? Maybe one of the websites that I linked out to, maybe one of the, sample templates for an infographic design was interesting to you, or maybe one of the readings about how posters have gone digital was interesting to you. Anything that was interesting could be fodder for that. And then learning, discuss 3 of those course goals. Those are, again, here, that you feel you work towards with this assignment. So pick specific ones, that you feel like you really honed in on. And then I want you to also discuss at least 3 of those habits of mind that you demonstrated while completing this project. So remember, habits of mind is a section that we read from the student's guide earlier in this unit, and it's linked here so you can easily find it. And then lastly, the experience just has you kind of thinking about your experiences with online courses. If this is your first online course, which I know for some of you it is, for many of you it actually is, what do you think about things now that you're an experienced online learner? So, kind of think about how you would look back. I know we've only been at this for 6 weeks, but it's always a good time to look back as we look forward. So once you do that, Then you're going to go to your learning portfolio folder, select a couple of pieces of writing that either you met or struggled to meet with the SLOs, make a copy, put them in your folder, and then you'll post a response to the discussion board that provides a link to the document and then a list of what you decided to archive and what you're thinking of as far as your goals for Module 3.